Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's video is going to be answering the question, what are you not seeing about them? So what we're going to be doing today is looking into your person of interest and getting a read on something that you might not be understanding or seeing about this person and this connection. So let's go ahead and get into our disclaimers. Keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so some of the messages may apply quite specifically to you and your situation. Others of the messages might not. So if it feels confusing or if it doesn't feel like it's really resonating with your specific situation, simply just release it and let it go. Please never allow it to get you upset or take that personally. Remember, these are general readings intended for general guidance. I'm tapping into the energies of the collective. A lot of people are putting eyes on these videos, so it's nearly impossible for everything that I say to resonate with every single one of you guys out there. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and move into our pile selection. So we're working with 3 piles today. For pile number 1, we are working with the 90s Tarot, and we have some red jasper. For pile number 2, we are going to be working with the Happy Tarot with some pink Himalayan salt. And for pile number 3, we're working with the NYC Tarot deck with this little piece of agate. So I want you guys to think about your person. Take a deep breath. Ask what you're not seeing about them. What needs to be revealed to you about this connection? Go ahead and select the deck or the crystal you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your pile that you've selected. See you there. Hey, pile number 1, if you guys picked out this red jasper crystal with the 90s Tarot deck, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into the question, what are you not seeing about your person? So we're going to look to see what you're not specifically seeing about your person, this connection, and yourself with regard to this connection. I'm going to start with some pre-shuffled oracle cards so we can kind of get a sense of the overall energy and theme here. And then, of course, you guys will be getting a ton more decks, shuffled on camera. So let's go ahead and get started. So for you guys, we have the message of letting go. Ooh, and we also have the threshold. So what are you not seeing about your person, pile 1? So I feel like this connection with the threshold being here. So for some of you guys, I almost feel like this is more of a connection that's based in like 5D or fantasy. Like there's something about this connection for some of you guys where I don't feel like you're actually like physically with this person in a meaningful way. There is a need right now for this connection to go through a change, okay? Because the threshold is kind of all about being on the precipice of a new reality, okay? It's about just taking that first step toward that new beginning that you're guided to take, okay? And because we have the energy of letting go here, I do feel that there is a major release that's needed with regard to this connection. There's something that needs to be released in order for you, my viewer, and I think for your person to be able to move into this new beginning, this new path that may be better suited to you. Now, we're going to get more insight here as we move into the tarot, but initially what I feel is that there's maybe a need for a lot of you guys to release this connection. Something about this connection is no longer serving you. With you guys picking the red jasper, this is making me think of the root chakra. And root chakra is all about our stability, right? Our feelings of belonging, the foundations that we build for something. And I feel like foundation is what's lacking in the situation. It feels like with this group, you have just been floating around, like unsure of where things are going or things having been stalled for a while, I feel like there's been an energy of indecision around this connection with the threshold being here. You know, it's time, I feel, for both you and this person to grow in some capacity. Now, for some of you, if it's not about letting go of the connection itself, there's something within this situation that needs to be released. There's definitely a need here to release control. I'm seeing that very clearly. So let's get into the tarot. I want to start by asking what you're not seeing about your person specifically. So, okay. So we have Queen of Cups coming out of the deck. What is pile 1 not seeing about this connection specifically? We have an Ace of Swords. And what is pile 1 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection, please? We have an 8 of Swords. We have the Moon energy at the bottom of the deck, you guys. So kind of what I was getting from the beginning, it just feels like there has been a lot of fantasizing about this connection, a lot of this energy of escapism with regard to this connection. You know, the Moon is all about things not being as they seem, right? Here we have Mrs. Doubtfire, right? So this is like literally somebody who is dressed up, you know, in this costume, pretending to be somebody that they're not. Something is off. Something is not what it seems. And I do feel for a lot of you guys that the path forward with this connection has felt quite unclear up until this point. You all can feel, though, intuitively that something is off, or you wouldn't be at this reading, right? Looking for clarity. I feel like clarity is needed here for many of you. I'm also getting some images here. We have witches, and we have, this is from the movie, what is the movie called? I think it's Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I can't remember the movie. Comment below if you guys know what I'm talking about. But this is a movie about witches as well, right? So there's something, there's something about that I feel is coming through, like that's significant here. Witchcraft, or being psychic or spiritual in some way. Let me pull some clarifiers and then we'll get into this. So what is pile number 1 not seeing about their person? Clarifying this Queen of Cups energy, please. We have karmic relationship. What are they not seeing about this connection with the Ace of Swords? We have I like you. What are they not seeing about themselves with regard to this connection? Okay, we have the Clock energy coming through. Okay. Okay. So this person, you guys, is showing up as a karmic connection for you. I feel I'm guided to say with the Queen of Cups that this person, for some of you guys, may be a bit younger than you, or maybe have a more they have like a more childish or immature energy, because we have Michelle Tanner here from Full House. I do think that this person is youthful in spirit, or maybe inexperienced in relationships. But I also think that this person is somebody who you may feel this emotional connection to. I think that this person may be somebody who's quite kind and compassionate, somebody that you have fun with, maybe even somebody that you feel you can rely on emotionally at times, or vice versa. But there is something about this person that is youthful in their energy, or inexperienced in their energy as it pertains to you. I feel like this person with the karmic relationship, they're in your life for a reason. They're in your life, pile 1, to get you to jump off of this threshold into something new, okay? Whether it's a new behavior that you're bringing into relationships, or a new relationship outside of this one, that's really up for you to determine, right? I can't tell you what course of action to take, nor can I necessarily tell you what the lesson is specifically, because you yourself have to be the one that really determines that based off of your specific experience. But karmic partners are typically those connections that are brought into life to trigger us, to push us to make some sort of change. And a lot of times we don't really even stay with a karmic partner. You can, but their purpose is to show you something that needs change within you, to push you into the next chapter. A lot of times, just speaking from personal experience, when I've connected with partners like this, it allows you to see things about yourself that you're not fully seeing until you connect with their energy, someone's energy like them. And it's definitely been, in my experience, that these types of connections push you to self-reflect, to heal certain things, and to make the necessary changes to be able to create whatever is the right next chapter for you, okay? So there's something about this person with emotions that I feel is triggering for this group. And there's something about this person's maybe like emotional immaturity that might be triggering this group to change something as well. Now, what you're not seeing about this connection is that there's a need with the Ace of Swords to get clarity in communication. I do see that there is mutual care for each other. Like there is a mutual connection where I do think that both people like each other. This has the potential, right, to grow into something more. When we see I like you, right, this is like blooming romance, flirty energy, casual beginning stages type of energy, right? With the Ace of Swords being here, there's a need for this connection to be more clear, maybe more clearly defined. Maybe there's a need here for both parties to kind of vocalize how they feel, right? And so if this person is a bit more emotionally immature, they might not be comfortable with expressing how they feel, having that clear conversation where we define what the relationship is or how we each feel about it. And I see with you, my viewer, with the Ace of Swords, what you're not seeing about yourself with this situation is that you are, I think, feeling a bit awkward and stuck. You know, there's actually more action that you can be taking with regard to the situation than you are. The situation is seeming worse than it is, because Eight of Swords is typically when, you know, something is making us feel stuck, but it's usually something that's mental. It's something that's in our head. It's something that we could easily get past, but our self-limiting beliefs are preventing us from being able to do so. There's something here for this group about timing as well. This says needing time, takes time, in time. We also have the energy of cycles. I would ask yourself, with the Moon card being here, if there's been a repeated cycle at play with this person, because the threshold is definitely telling me that you guys have been stuck in a situation or stuck in a certain place with this person, maybe for a little while. And if it hasn't even been for a little while, it just seems like for whatever reason, progress is stalled and there's hesitation around taking the next step that needs to be taken here. So there's some sort of a cycle at play here for you, my viewer, based off of some sort of self-limiting or self-sabotaging beliefs, right? You can see here, this is an image from Friends, which I never actually watched the show. But like you can see Jennifer Aniston here, she's like kind of stuck, she's paralyzed, but she's covering her eyes herself, right? Like all she has to do is take her hand off of her eyes and she's going to be able to see what she needs to see right in front of her, seeing the way out, getting that clarity, right? Maybe for this group, you've also been in a healing period yourself, and this person with the Queen of Cups could be a person that you feel quite magnetized to, right? Because Queen of Cups is like a therapist, right? They are that compassionate, empathetic person that we can really lean on for that emotional support. So I could definitely see why you guys would be drawn to this person. And I do think with the Ace of Swords that you guys might have a quite like maybe an intellectual connection with them as well, where you like to kind of exchange ideas. You guys may help to help each other understand different aspects, or you may like help each other understand things in a different way through conversation, like ways that you wouldn't have thought of it if you hadn't talked to them about it. So let's see, pile one. Let's continue. I'm going to pull some clarifying cards here, and then we'll get into some guidance and advice for you, even though I do feel like a lot of it's already come through. But yeah, there's something that needs to be released here. So like as I'm kind of getting into the reading, it definitely feels for this group, the self-limiting beliefs need to be released. For sure. So let's go ahead and see. What else does pile one need to know about this connection? What is pile one not seeing about this person? We have recognition. Yeah, there's definitely connection here. What are they not seeing about this connection? We have union, and what are they not seeing about themselves with regard to this connection? We have reinvention. We also have compromise. There's lots of indications that like coming together is possible, but there's something here that you guys need to like let go. Like, I don't know if it's letting go of control, you know, letting go of something to do with timing could be significant here as well with the clock. This person, though, is like showing up here as being like on the same page, right? We have recognition, we have union. Like, they understand you. And I also think that with the karmic energy being here, like you and this person are drawn together. Like your souls recognize each other for a specific purpose. Lots of full moon energy here. We have the energy of cycles. The threshold is kind of talking about like it's time to jump into a new chapter. There are a lot of indications here of like a cycle, a chapter being closed out through this person. The moon here as well, right? I think that you and this person actually are more aligned than you may realize that you are. And I think for you, my viewer, there's something here about like your self-concept, your image, that maybe you want to consider changing, or maybe that is changing as it pertains to this connection. And there's maybe a bit of awkwardness in how do we communicate that. You know, for some of you guys, I'm wondering if you're going through something with your own personal stability in your life that could be making you feel like it's not the right time for this connection, or it could be making you feel like, you know, oh, I've got to reinvent this aspect of my life first, whether it's like my career or my finances or my image. Like I have to check these boxes off before I'm going to feel ready timing wise to come into union with pile one, right? That could be something that's also kind of blocking progress in this relationship as well. So let's close this out, pile one. We're going to look to see what guidance or advice we have. So what I like to do with this is pull one card for what they need to work on, and then what you need to work on, and then the connection in general. And this age issues card keeps showing itself to me as I'm shuffling. So there's definitely someone out there where like the age thing is like a thing. There is something about age. So I want to take a look to see for pile one, what does their person need to work on with regard to this situation? What are they not seeing about this person? We have settling. Okay. What is pile number one not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? What do they need to work on? We have too busy. There's timing energy again. And what about for the joining energy of this connection, or just the connection in general? What guidance or advice do we have for pile one? Ooh, we have not my type. Very interesting. Okay. So I think in general, as it pertains to this connection, we've got not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. So I think that you and this person are different in some way, but there's also something that you guys both really like and enjoy about each other. I think it's specifically to do with like conversations. I also, with all those witchy images, maybe this person is kind of witchy or into like spirituality and tarot. Maybe that's your energy as well. But there's definitely something here that's different. And I think this could also be something that's blocking the trial, like jumping in and trying it, because maybe there's an uncertainty around the compatibility here. But it seems like there's potential based off what I'm reading. For your energy, my viewer, we have too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. So there could be something here, again, with the reinvention card about like trying to, you know, maybe feeling stuck or feeling like, you know, mentally in your head, it's like, I don't have time for this. But clearly, like, there's a desire that's pulling you toward this person, right? So there's a need here to, you know, think about how you're carving out time for this situation. The way it's written sounds so bossy too. Like, you must make time for your partner. You know, there could be something here though for you to reflect on around like quality time being dedicated to this person, and where are some of these mental blockages coming from that could be preventing you from coming together with them, if that's ultimately what you want deep down. For your person, we have settling. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. So I definitely feel like this person deep down, they do feel quite comfortable with you with this recognition energy, right? There is an emotional connection. Again, with this person being maybe a little bit younger, they could be a bit immature for some of you, just like the way that they're emotionally connecting with you. They do feel a relationship, like they do feel a connection, but there is something here that I would think, like, this is interesting too, that it's like a teddy bear, which is like a child's toy. Like, I think that you guys might be a comfort zone for this person in a lot of ways. They feel really comfortable with you. They feel safe with you, like the card says. And there could be for this person an element of kind of something missing for them. And this could be due to their own immaturities, but I do feel it could also be due to this energy of being too busy on your end of things. Maybe they're perceiving this lack of effort on your part or whatever, that's making them feel like they could be settling because they're not getting the quality time and the clarity that they ultimately need from you, right? Very interesting energy, pile one. So I have gone on now for about 20 minutes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the message here, but I would really love to hear from you guys in the comments. Like, the way this reading started, it almost felt like you guys were being kind of directed to like move away from this situation, but it feels to me, based off all the energies we're tapping into, that it might be asking you to release self-limiting beliefs here and hang-ups about connecting with this person so that you can really dive in and step into this new experience. Because I definitely feel like this person is showing you with the Queen of Cups that you are capable of connecting with someone who is emotionally compatible with you, someone who wants to provide love and affection. And whether or not you end up with this person is ultimately up to you, right? But it feels like there's a lot of potential here. So comment below, pile one. Let me know how you feel like it resonates with you and your person. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile two. If you guys picked out the pink Himalayan salt with the Happy Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to be looking into what are you not seeing about them. So we're going to look at, what you're not seeing about your person, the connection, etc. We're going to be doing a lot of cards shuffled on camera, but I do want to start off by looking at the overall energy with some pre-shuffled oracles. So let's see what we have for you, pile two. We have the energy of fear. And then we also have the bridge. Okay. Okay. What are you not seeing, pile two? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, when it comes to this person, this situation, this person is actually, I think on a deeper, more spiritual level, this is someone who's kind of helping you maybe to how do I want to say? For some of you, I feel like this is a person that's actually building a bridge for you. Someone who's able to get you from one place to the other through like a connection. For others of you, though, I feel like this is a person that maybe you've had some differences with the bridge coming up here. There's some sort of like maybe ideological differences or just some sort of differences the both of you have. And when we think of building a bridge, we think of sort of reconciling those differences, coming together, joining our ideas together, seeking harmony, right? Like we kind of see that here with the way that this card is illustrated. We've got a really calm water system here. So emotions are calm in this image, water meaning emotions. And then we've got two hands reaching for each other, bridging the gap, okay? So there's some sort of gap that needs to be bridged with this person, or that you guys might be currently attempting to bridge with this person. And a lot of times when we're having differences with others, it can be hard, right? Because we've got to figure out like how to appeal to this person's nature that we may not innately understand. With the fear energy coming up here, I kind of feel that one or both of you guys are very much closed off at the heart space right now. Maybe whatever disagreements have been going on are really getting in the way. I think for others of you, there's an energy of being afraid of being hurt. And to bridge means to kind of open up and be vulnerable, right? It means to kind of open up and say, hey, here's how I feel. How do you feel? Now, how do we come together, right? How do we bridge these two feelings, these ideas together and create harmony and progress for one another? I kind of feel like open lines of communication with this person are really going to be necessary in order to move forward in any type of way, right? Because a bridge is like creating a path, right? It's creating a way forward. Whereas I feel for some of you guys, there is an energy of walls going up instead of a bridge being built, with that fear card being here. So let's just continue. Pile 2. You all did select the Happy Tarot. So I want to start off by looking to see what you're not seeing about this person specifically. What is pile 2 not seeing about their person? We have an Ace of Swords. What is pile 2 not seeing about this connection? 10 of Cups in reverse. And what is pile 2 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? 7 of Wands reversed. We do have a 3 of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so there's a lack of teamwork being noted here. A lack of being able to work together to build this bridge. And I do feel with that fear card here, it's stemming from either a fear of being hurt, a fear of being vulnerable, being closed off at the heart space, maybe even ego getting in the way. So let's take a look. I want to clarify here. What is pile 2 not seeing about their person with this Ace of Swords? We have Heart with a Key. What are they not seeing about this connection with the 10 of Cups reversed? We have Coffee Cup. And what are they not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection with the 7 of Wands reversed? We have the Camera. Okay. We're going to start here. We'll build out some more cards in a moment. Okay, so what is going on? What are you guys not seeing about this situation? You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually feel like both people in this connection are more ready to bridge, to build a bridge than you may realize, right? Maybe some of you guys are coming into this reading feeling a bit unsure about how they feel, or feeling a little bit unsure about what the next step should be. But I do feel like there's a lot of potential for progress that I'm seeing in these cards, okay? The 10 of Cups in reverse is telling me that there's definitely some disappointments within this connection, okay, that you guys may be aware of. I mean, this reading is really meant to be about what you're not seeing about the situation. I do wonder if some of you guys have been idealizing this connection in a sense with the 10 of Cups. And something has happened here that maybe has sort of, how do I want it? This is going to sound really harsh. Maybe it's kind of slapped you down to reality in a sense. I know it sounds really harsh, but sometimes the 10 of Cups, it's a beautiful energy, you guys, but it can show as idealizing someone at times. And sometimes when we do this, we are projecting stuff onto the connection that's not really there. We're projecting our ideals and fantasies onto it. And then something happens that shows, oh, wait a second, this is the reality. It's not really this picture perfect image like I thought it was, okay? But with the coffee cup being here, I do feel like there is this desire to connect and talk about it. And I'm actually seeing that on both ends as well. There's a desire here to meet up and talk about it. We've got meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship, okay? So I think with this connection, I feel like both of you guys are feeling this deflated energy, are feeling this disappointment, are maybe grieving a loss or separation that's happened between the both of you, a breakup even. But there is this energy of friendship that's still here between you. And this energy like of reminiscing on the old times and feeling really happy when you think about those old times. And for some of you, maybe even feeling ready to come together and have a conversation to build a bridge here. You, my viewer, with the Seven of Wands, I see are kind of dropping your defensiveness as it pertains to this situation. We've got the camera, reminiscing, perception, learning from the past, making memories, right? I think that this group for pile 2, you guys have done a lot of reflection on this situation, and it does feel with the 10 of Cups like this could be a situation for some of you where you've known this person for a really, really long time and maybe even built like a really deep emotional bond with them at some point. And so I think that this group, I see you guys really letting your defenses down a little bit here and trying to drop out of that ego a bit with the fear card and saying, hey, like, let me reflect on the situation. I think that this group has been doing a lot of reminiscing on the past, right? Trying to understand your perception of things versus their perception of things, learning lessons that you needed to learn. And it feels like there's a lesson here to learn around working together as a cohesive team, working together as a unit. Some of you guys may have actually met this person at work too, or this could have to do with work for some of you as well. Work could be a factor or some sort of collaborative project. Now, your person, what you're not seeing about this person, we've got the Ace of Swords and we have the Heart with the Key. This says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together. Perfect. This person has, I think, had an aha moment about this connection. They have achieved a certain level of clarity as it pertains to this connection. And I think that they are wanting to actually come forward and have a conversation with you to clear the air, to maybe express this realization that they have had about this situation. Okay, we've got opening the heart, getting together. So this person, I think, has also been working on dropping their defenses, dropping their guard. And I do think the way that this little cloud is holding up the sword, they may still be a little bit like, what's the word? Like a little bit on the offensive or the defensive, perhaps. But it feels like they're ready to come forward and have a conversation with you about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and to talk about whatever this potential breakdown was, okay? And look, as I parted the deck, the lessons card showed. So there's definitely been valuable lessons learned from this situation for both. So let's see what else you guys need to know. What else is pile 2 not seeing about this connection at this time? There's definitely like some mirroring energy though, for sure. You guys might not actually be as different as you think. Definitely feels like there's an apology. Oh my gosh. Definitely feels like there's like an apology, like reconciliation energy coming up with this bridge. So we've got mirroring coming up. We have the guide. Let's pull one more. What else is pile 2 not seeing about this situation? Okay, and we have deception coming up, which is another kind of fear-based energy. Understanding at the bottom of the deck. I think that, you know, both people seem like they're really wanting to have clarity here. They're wanting to understand better what's going on. You guys are definitely mirroring. I mean, I was just saying that and then the card flew out of the deck, right? There's mirroring energy going on. I think that this person might actually be sort of following your lead in a sense, or you're following their lead. Mirroring energy is kind of when you're both doing the same thing to each other. And I do see that. It's like there's this recognition that there's a disappointment, or there's been a disappointment here. Both people recognize this with the 10 of Cups, but both people want to talk about it, right? Your person's trying to let their guard down. They want to open up and talk about it. You're trying to let your guard down. You've been doing some reflection on it, right? There's both of you guys have this desire. I think with the guide card being here, I think each of you are kind of looking to the other person to illuminate the way. You know what I mean? You're both maybe struggling to take the first step because you're waiting to see if the other person is going to shed some light on the situation for you. And I feel like for you, my viewers specifically, there could be an energy of kind of hiding or being fearful, again, with this fear-based energy being here to sort of show and again, fully let the guard down and let this person know how you're really feeling and thinking about things. even though there's that desire there, actually doing it may feel really scary, okay? For some of you guys, there could be actual deceptive energy at play in this connection beyond just like, you know, being deceptive about feelings. It could be deception in a more serious sense, right? Where somebody's like cheated, or there's been secrets kept that have been really challenging, you know, as they've been revealed to overcome. So there could be very justifiable reasons why you, my viewer, could be feeling, you know, unsure about fully letting your guard down. So we're going to end the message here by pulling a couple of these cards. These are kind of like advice-based, but they're going to help to, again, illuminate what's beneath the surface for each of you that you, my viewer, may not be fully seeing. So for pile 2, what are they not seeing about this person? Oh, we've got rushing. Interesting. Okay. What are my pile 2 viewers not seeing about this connection in general? We have being guarded. Oh my gosh. The synchronicities are crazy, you guys. What is pile 2 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? We have too soon. You guys both have a lot of energies of like rushing into something too quickly, but also having your guard up at the same time. Very conflicting energy. You guys also do have eye candy coming up here. This caught my eye. This says beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. So I wonder for some of you guys if this connection has been more based on like physical attraction and chemistry, because I think sometimes that can be the case when we're finding ourselves really rushing into something or really like magnetized to someone. And maybe some of you guys know deep down that like that type of connection might not be sustainable for you over time. That feels a little bit unsafe, right? That could be why we have this guarded energy coming up here. So for the joining energy, what you guys need to know about this connection is being guarded. You are lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. So kind of goes back to this energy of fear that we were discussing at the beginning. And for both people, there's a need to kind of be more vulnerable to let their guard down a bit. Your person has rushing. This says you can't hurry love. The right one is coming in perfect divine timing. This person could be the one who is trying to fast forward this connection. They are definitely showing up with this Ace of Swords as being in a more like offensive stance, like offensive stance, meaning like the one that's ready to talk and take action, the way they have the sword kind of like seized up here. You know what I mean? They may be the one that's kind of, maybe you guys feel are rushing or that's pushing really quickly here. You, my viewer, also have a message that's similar. It says you get serious too soon, get to know each other before committing fully. Maybe you guys are aware that this is moving a little bit too fast, and that's why you've got guard up a little bit, because, you know, there's a recognition here that moving too fast can be detrimental at times to the stability of a connection. But even if that's not the case, I think there's something to reflect here about this mirrored energy. You guys are both mirroring being guarded and being afraid of being vulnerable, but you guys are also both mirroring this energy of moving too fast. Okay, so there could be something about pacing in this connection that's really important to think about. You know, can I pace it out a little slower? Or, you know, for you, my viewer, because this is, you know, reading for you, maybe even thinking about like what types of activities and dates and what are the types of things that I'm going to accept and in what timelines, and what are some of the boundaries and some of the, you know, like some of the boundaries that I'm going to set so that I can make sure that even if this person is going really fast, that I'm still able to go at my own pace and kind of course correct that. So definitely a very interesting reading, pile 2. I think we're going to end your message here, but as always, please comment below and let me know how you feel like it's resonating with your situation, with your person. Definitely feels to me like there is potential for this to go somewhere if both parties are able to kind of slow it down and also kind of let their guard down a bit to connect in a more deep, meaningful level. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you then. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, if you guys picked out the NYC Tarot deck with this little agate crystal, this is going to be a reading, and we're going to be looking into the question, what are you not seeing about your person? So we're going to start with some pre-shuffled oracle cards here, and then we will move into the tarot so we can get as much information for you guys as possible. So let's go ahead and start. All right, so for pile 3, we have divine timing. Ooh, and we have the destroyer. Dang, okay. Intense energy for pile 3 with this. Why do I feel like pile 3 is always like the crazy pile? I don't know. Let me know if you guys feel like that's the case if you watch my videos. And actually, I don't know if this is going to be crazy yet, but ultimately with the destroyer, what this is telling me about this person is that this person is here to sort of shake the foundations of what you know, okay? This is a person that's here to sort of push you almost unceremoniously out of your comfort zone, okay? This person may have rejected you for some. This person may have done something that was quite unexpected that really threw you for a loop. This person may have pulled the rug out from under you in some way, okay? And there's just something very unpredictable about this person's energy, but what it's doing is it's pushing you, my viewer, to make some sort of really like needed change as it pertains to your life or your love life or just in general. It's like redirection. You know, we always say rejection is protection. Rejection is like, you know, redirection. And something about this situation with this connection is meant to redirect you. And I kind of feel with this divine timing card coming up that you guys might be a little bit annoyed with this or frustrated with this because look at their facial expression here. This is somebody who's like watching this hourglass, like when is the time coming for me, you know? Which is totally understandable. Like that's so, you know, human for us to like just want what we want now. But there's a message here about this situation that's like divine timing is at play, and what it is that you're ultimately looking for in a relationship is coming to you in divine timing. This situation was meant to push you onto your divine path as it pertains to getting what it is that you want. So I'm really curious to tap into your tarot cards now and see what else comes through. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So what does pile 3 need to know? What are they not seeing about this connection? And look, temperance showing itself as I'm shuffling. Temperance is also about patience and divine timing. So for pile 3, what are they not seeing about this person specifically? What is pile 3 not seeing about this person? What are they not seeing about this person specifically? We have the Hermit card in reverse. What is pile 3 not seeing about this connection? This one wants to come out. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. What is pile 3 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? Oh, so we have a King of Cups and we have a King of Pentacles coming up. So we're going to keep them both there. We also do have a Knight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So there could actually be something here about like career and finances related matters. And, you know, when I think of like the King and the Knight of Pentacles, I think about somebody who's building slowly and steadily toward their future, their long-term goals. And this is going to be somebody who is doing it the right way, researching, being very practical, methodical, right? And I think that for a lot of you guys, this person coming into your life is a catalyst for more than just your love life, right? Or it's bigger than just this connection with that destroyer energy coming through, right? This person is pushing you onto your path. Like they're triggering you in some way to redirect you onto other things in your life that need attention outside of just love and relationships. So let's continue here. I want to get more insight. So what is pile 3 not seeing about this person with this Hermit reversed? What is pile 3 not seeing about this person with the Hermit reversed? We have the Coffin. What is pile 3 not seeing about this connection with the Page of Cups in reverse? We have I like you. And what is pile 3 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection with these King of Cups and King of Pentacles energies here? We have separation. Okay. Okay, we're going to start here, and then I'm going to pull some more cards as we get into this, but I definitely feel that you and this person at one time probably did have feelings for each other with the Page of Cups in reverse, but I see with the Page of Cups in reverse this energy of like rejection, of hurt feelings, of potential connection just like kind of fizzling out or not fully getting off the ground, because Page of Cups energy is sort of the beginning stages energy. It's also a very youthful, childlike energy, right? So I think for some of you guys, this person may have triggered something inner child related for you, actually for both of you, because this is the connection itself, right? We have the energy of I like you. Now, I like you talks about, again, beginning stages. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, flirting. It's not a very like deep, intense energy yet. It has the potential to be that, but for whatever reason, it feels like this connection just didn't quite get off the ground. There's a lot of hurt feelings here, or just feelings of failure with regard to trying to express emotionally, trying to come together, and it not quite working out. Okay. Your person with this Hermit card in reverse, I want to say this person may have actually withdrawn from you. This person may have been the one to initiate taking space, although I'm seeing the separation on your side of things too, so this could have been a mutual decision here, but I think that this person has accepted that this connection is ending, right? Or that it's changing. And this card really talks about endings which bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition, some really powerful messages here. This person and whatever happened between the both of you, it's pushed them, I think, to do some self-reflection. It's pushed them to withdraw a little bit and reflect on their own behavior, reflect on their own lessons that they've needed to learn. And I see that they are in a place now where they're really ready to come out of that and move into new beginnings for themselves. I think that you guys actually, there's something about this relationship that was like a destroyer for you both. Like, I don't think that it was just this person pushing you. I think you pushed them as well, because it feels like there's some pretty major stuff going on their side of things. This person, I think, had some opportunities for growth that were showed to them through connecting with you. And this person, I think, is really ready to transition into the next chapter of life. I think that they've been kind of hiding out a little bit, keeping to themselves. If you guys take a look, you can see, I thought it said I love me. It says I love NYC on this card. Maybe those of you guys that chose this pile are like New York could be a significant place to this connection. But yeah, it's like with the Hermit reverse, I think that they've learned their lessons. They're ready to come out of Hermit mode and really embrace a new beginning for themselves. Again, it feels much bigger than just this connection. This feels very much like the two of you came together and pushed each other in life versus just being focused on the lesson of this connection. Hopefully I'm making sense what I'm saying, you guys. Now for you, my viewer, we've got some really interesting energy here because we have these very masculine energies of the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles here. Creative energy versus practical energy. So first of all, I do want to say with the separation card coming up here, I can definitely see that you guys, my viewer, may still be kind of reflecting on this connection, thinking about it a little bit. There could be a sadness here for some of you, a lot of emotion with the King of Cups in terms of like missing this person, yearning for this person, knowing that things are over or knowing that things are in separation, but kind of wondering if things could go forward, like come back together in some capacity. But I think, again, this person has really pushed you guys to sort of like step into your own power here, because you guys are showing up, my viewers, with very powerful energy, very authoritative energy, very masculine energy here. Like I was mentioning in the beginning with the Knight of Pentacles, we have a King of Pentacles. This is all about taking care of our responsibilities, you know, being the person that is reliable, dependable, someone who is responsible. Like this is a doctor here. Maybe being a doctor or like working in the medical field is significant to this group. We also have Basquiat here, which he was a well-known artist. It's almost like this group has a little bit of a messy side to them as well when it comes to their emotions, or just maybe a little bit of a messy, chaotic energy in general. And maybe this was when you were connecting with this person. I think that something about their energy has pushed you guys to really understand your emotions a lot better, and maybe even learning how to creatively express your emotions, but also knowing how to clean up any mess in your life and become more of this responsible person that you are. I also think for this group, I want to highlight the fact that both of these cards showing up are masculine energies. I know that a lot of my viewers that watch my channel are, they identify as female, and I can see that kind of on the back end in my analytics on YouTube. It's like 95 or 96% of you that watch my channel are women. But when it comes to these kings, this is really talking about masculine energy. So I wonder for this group if there was something about masculine energy that needed to be triggered or ignited with regard to this situation, right? Where there was a need for you guys to step into this masculine energy, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. There may have been a need for you, my viewer, to step into this masculine energy in order to take action, to organize, to go after things in your life that you needed to take care of. Again, outside of this romantic relationship or this relationship, whatever the status of it was, might not have been romantic for everyone there. I also kind of wonder for this group if you are showing up in this reading as the more masculine energy because you guys might be the one that's wanting to take action toward this person, right? Masculine energy is more about the acting, right? The doing, the tasks, going after things, whereas a feminine energy is going to be more about like receiving and leaning back and attracting in. So there could be something to reflect on here for my groups around like your masculine energy being ignited through this person, whether for positive or detriment, depends on your situation, how you would choose to interpret that. We all have masculine and feminine energy flowing within us, and there are going to be times where we need to ignite that masculine so we can get things done, take care of business. And there's going to be times where we need to ignite that feminine, and that goes for no matter how you identify, right, in life or how you present in life. So let's go ahead and see for pile 3 what else you guys may need to know about this situation. So what else is pile 3 maybe not seeing about this person? Okay, so the Summer card is flying out of the deck. Okay. What is pile 3 not seeing about this connection? We have Metamorphosis. Wow. And what is pile 3 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? Look at this, you guys. Inner child coming up. Wow. I don't know why, but I feel this could have been something to do with like father energy being ignited for some of you guys, like something around father energy with all of these kings here too. You guys also have the Muse, which is really funny, a funny synchronicity with the image of Basquiat here with the King of Cups, this artist. There's definitely something that's been creatively transmuted here, emotions and the way that you're expressing them. This person, I think, has ignited your inner child in a way that's, maybe you guys have learned how to better kind of express emotion through connecting with this person. A lot of times this inner child just comes up when we're triggered by someone, right? Like something that they're doing kind of wakes up this little child within us that needs to be recognized, that needs to be seen with this beautiful sun shining here. You know, so there's something that you guys, I think, there was something illuminated here about your inner child and the needs that your inner child has through connecting with this person. And now that that light has been shed, I think this group is better equipped to really like nurture that inner child and give it what it needs. Again, with this metamorphosis here, this connection was to bring about massive changes for both of you, right? That's what that Destroyer card is all about. So beautiful change and transformation for both parties was brought about. You guys pushed each other to change. And I also am guided to say that this connection is moving through a metamorphosis right now as well. You know, I don't know that this is going to be a forever goodbye, because with divine timing coming up here, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, there is potential for this to come back together later on, like later on in time at a distance, after both parties have really done their work and gone through their own individual changes and metamorphosis here. So it could just be right now for some of you that the connection itself is moving through a change, right? It's transforming. It's different than it was before. Some of you guys might have just been friends with this person, and like there's like the little beginning stages of a romantic feelings there, but it just was never able to be acted upon. I definitely think though with that summer energy that your person is ready to open themselves up to new beginnings. I'm really noticing how this starfish is totally open, right? It's like they're opening themselves up to bask in the sun. They're opening themselves up to move into new beginnings here, to have more fun and excitement in their life, you know? All right, so we're going to end the reading here, pile 3, with a few of these kind of like advice cards. So what is pile 3 not seeing about their person? What is pile 3 not seeing about their person? Too busy. What is pile 3 not seeing about this connection? We have demanding. And what is pile 3 not seeing about themselves as it pertains to this connection? Soulmate only. Wow. You know, I'm guided to say for some of you, you might connect with this person in the summer. As I'm posting this video, though, I think it's going up in May. So for many people, summertime is coming up, but depending on where you live, I still don't know if this person's going to be fully ready for you, though, when you guys connect. I think both of you guys have really high standards with this demanding energy being here, or just something about the connection itself is too demanding for it to work smoothly right now. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. So that might be something that came up between the both of you that caused some hurt feelings here. It also could have been why this connection never fully got off the ground with I like you being here. Like there's this potential for romance, but maybe because everybody's being too picky, it wasn't allowed to flourish, right? Your person has too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. So again, I definitely feel like this person is quite focused on other things in their life with that Hermit reverse, with the coffin coming up. I don't know that they're in a place where they're ready to fully make time for you in the way that you might want, pile 3, if you do want that. But I keep feeling like this summertime, something significant might come up for you guys with this person. You guys have soulmate only on your side. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Also interesting that there are 2 court cards here, okay? So for some of you guys, I actually feel we have a King of Cups, which is like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like you guys might actually have more options out there than you realize. And maybe some of you guys on pile 3 do realize that you have 2 people here, one being this person and one being someone else that you're kind of interested in. I think that for this group, maybe you have been overly fixating on this person because something about them pulls at your inner child, right? I think that there is a need here with this card to allow yourself to explore other potential options because there are options out there for you, right? There are people out there who can be the responsible person, you know, that you desire, who you can have a beautiful emotional connection with, not just this one person that we're asking about in this reading. So pile 3, this was really interesting. This feels like major energy with this person's. I would love for you to comment below. Let me know how you feel like this resonates with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I'll see you then. Bye.